Hey YouTube, sorry about the lighting. I'm just using natural light and I have my light on right here. Today I told you guys I was going to update you about how my pregnancy is going. So I am 16 weeks. I'll be 17 weeks on Sunday, this Sunday. So I'll show you guys my baby bump later after this video. But I do want to tell you guys what my first trimester was like. So, my first trimester wasn't a fun one. It was very exhausting, so to say. So, my notes is down here. So, I am a slender build. So, when I got pregnant, I was 100 pounds. That's it. That was like, the most I ever weighed was 110. That was my good time, you know. So I'm very slender. So I was doing my internship and at a school because I'm getting my master's. For those who don't know, I'm getting my master's in counseling and the PPS, which allows me to work in the schools. So I was when I found out, it was the last month or last couple of weeks before school ended, and I was so tired. Like, when they say you get tired, it's like physically exhausted. At least for me, I was physically exhausted. I would walk a couple steps and then I feel like I was gonna pass out. That's how daunting it was for me, you know. But let me start over. So I took a pregnancy test, and how I figured that I was pregnant was, okay, usually I have premenstrual cramps the week before, and I crave sugar, you know, and so I didn't have any cramps, and I was like, oh, this is weird. And usually I have something, and let me, you know, like a day before my period, because I have this tracker. So it was a day before my period, and I was like, let me just take a test, right? So I took a test. It was a Dollar Tree test, y'all. You know, if someone tells you don't work, it does. The two lines showed up clear as day. I just looked at it and I was like, oh, didn't know what to think of it. So I sent Chris the picture through Facebook Messenger while he was at work, and I was like, okay, well, maybe this is something. Well, I took a second one, and that was the first response pregnancy that you get from the store. Comes in a 2-pack, but that one was much lighter. But I figured, okay, well, it could be lighter because I just took one already. And so that one was lighter. And so I sent Chris the message. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't message him my results. Maybe I should go and tell him. So as soon as I sent it, I drove over there to catch him before he checked the message. So he checked it. He didn't check it yet. So I got there in time, and then I told him, then he checked it, and then, so that's a whole nother story about reactions towards the pregnancy. So anyway, I was super exhausted. Moving felt like a chore. I was dizzy. I had the opposite of constipation. Let me tell you, I'll say the whole first trimester. It was, the first couple of weeks was the worst because I would get the stomach cramps, the sweats, as I said in some of the other videos, and it was just the worst feeling. On top of that, I was nauseous. The nausea was all the time. I lost like 7 pounds, which is not good, but the doctor said it was normal that you lose weight, but I'm already thin, you know, so it's not good to lose weight. So by the time when I got to the doctor's office, I weighed about 7 pounds. So I was like 92, 93 pounds when I had my next checkup, which was like maybe a month later. Well, a month later, 3 weeks later, I lost like 7 pounds. And then so I was in bed all the time, sleeping. I couldn't get out of bed. Well, I could have, but I was super dizzy and it felt like I was going to pass out. And so Chris was very helpful. He got me all my food, everything. If it wasn't for him, I don't know. I probably would have lost more weight because he fed me. And my cravings was Wendy's. That's the only thing that tastes good and that I can stomach was Wendy's 4 for $4. Hamburger, junior bacon cheeseburger, chicken nuggets, which I usually don't like, and what else? Fries, and then I gave Chris my soda, or he got ice cream for himself, and so that's the only thing I can eat that didn't feel gross on my stomach and didn't cramp my stomach up. So I would inhale that food. When I say inhale, it was gone like that. And usually I don't finish a whole thing of anything. And so the doctor told me that I needed to drink more water. And I don't drink a lot of water as is. So it felt like a feat to drink more water. And on top of being nauseous and drinking water, it is the worst. So by the time, let's say 13 weeks came around, things started to ease up. 14 weeks, I got a burst of energy, and I cleaned my whole house. The house was a mess. When I say a mess, it was a mess. Like, I live with my brother too. My brother lives with me, and then my boyfriend's here as well. And it was so dirty. Like, we have 2 sinks. There was a pile of dishes. There was clothes all on the floor. The vat needs to be vacuumed, and it was just so miserable. And so once I got that burst of energy, I cleaned the whole entire house in an hour. And it was like the best I felt. I was like able to move, walk around. So when they say that, the first trimester is the hardest, I believe them. It was the worst for me. Because I would not, the first trimester, I stayed in bed. The room was my home, unfortunately. I was there all the time. My diet wasn't the greatest either. Like I said, Wendy's, right? And so I had to switch up my diet, include more vegetables, more fruits. The first trimester didn't have that much fruits or that much vegetables, but it had more fruit, I was trying to eat more fruit. It's hard to buy natural fruit when you don't have a job, It's hard to, and then I got denied food stamps, the government assistance, and it's hard to buy all that healthy stuff that you need for your baby's brain development, the bone development, everything, the organs and everything to be right. It's hard to buy all the food and nutritional diet stuff that you need when you can't afford to, So that was my dilemma too. So I tried to get something every here and there, and so the boyfriend helped. So I did have some money saved up, so I used some of that money to buy more like greeneries. Like, I made one of my videos, I showed that I was trying to make collard greens, which didn't turn out that good, but I ate it. And then I tried to incorporate more peas, green beans, anything that's greenery. I'm trying to put spinach in my smoothies, bananas, strawberries, plums, which I'm allergic to, so I can't really eat that. But I tried it, and almonds, anything that's like nutritious. I really don't like milk, but if you put some Nesquik, make it chocolate milk, it tastes way better. Like, it helps, like, not digestive, but it helps me be able to consume it, since I don't like that creamy taste of milk by itself. So add some chocolate powder in it, and it's golden. The one thing that I did notice that my first trimester is I had this taste in my mouth. It was the worst taste. Like, I couldn't get rid of it. It wasn't like metallic taste. It was just nasty. It just didn't taste good. Even after I brushed my teeth, it didn't taste good. It was just something that made me more nauseous. And then on top of that, I was producing more saliva. They said that's one of the symptoms. And so I would wake up and it's just like, I was like, okay, well, that makes me feel more sick. But one thing that I noticed that helped with the producing more saliva and how to minimize it for me was to drink more water. The more water I drank, the better it helped. And the more it helped. And the more I ate food, the better it helped my nausea. So I realized I have to eat something every 2 hours. Every 2 hours. It didn't matter what it was or how much it was. I had to have something every 2 hours. Because if not, I would get dizzy. I would get super nauseous. And then I would feel like I'm going to pass out. So I had to have something. crackers for me did not work. It left that nasty taste in my mouth. And so what helped me was I had got goldfishes. Goldfishes, it was a lifesaver. It had that extra different taste than the regular saltine crackers did. But for me, it got better. Like I'm sitting here today talking to you guys. If it was my first trimester, you guys can see I was laying in bed, miserable. My hair was a mess. I had 2 braids. Well, it's kind of a mess now. That's another story. But my hair was a mess. I had no energy to do my hair. Taking a shower felt like a chore. And to wash my hair and to wash natural hair is difficult when you have no energy and standing up made you feel like you're gonna fall over. So for me, what would have been helpful if I had got one of those chairs that sits inside your shower, like for the elderly people or anyone who has recovering from surgery or anything like that. That would have been helpful, but instead I sat on the floor of my shower, and I had a nozzle that comes off my shower, and I sat on the floor, had my hair in sections, rest my back on the shower, and just wash my hair that way. And then when I was done washing my hair, because washing my hair takes like 30 minutes, when I was done washing my hair, getting all that done, then I would stand up and wash my body. That's the only way I can do it for the first trimester. Now it's way easier. I have the energy to stand, and that's another story too, the second trimester. But I'm not that far in my second trimester. I'm 16 weeks. I don't know how far that. I think I'm pretty far. Yeah, 22 weeks is the third trimester, so I'm almost there. So on that note, one thing that helped a little bit with my water consumption was, one moment, was this I got from Amazon. It's a water jug that tells you how many ounces that you drink. At the beginning, I was good at it. I drank 50 ounces, and then after a while, it felt like a chore. So now I switched back to 2 cups of water. The prenatal vitamins I'm taking right now, my doctor said it was fine to take. I get them from Walmart. They call Spring Valley Adult Gummy Prenatal. It has multivitamin with DHA and folic acid. Dietary supplement. This is the one I'm taking now. It's everything you need, and they're gummies. I can't take pills. It makes me queasy. It goes down my throat wrong. It's all bad. So, on that note, I'll show you guys my baby bump. Okay, so this is my baby bump. No, that's my face. So this is my baby bump. I'm not going to stand up all the way. Maybe I will. So this is what I'm working with now. This is 16 weeks. See if you get in closer. Squatting a little bit. My baby bump. I am 16 weeks now. And I will do a 16-week update. That's the baby. This is the front view. This is what it looks like when I have my clothes on. My belly button was an innie. Now it's coming to outie. This line, I always had this line, so I'm sure it's going to get darker. But this is what it looks like in the shirt. You can't really see it unless it's a tight shirt, but that's what it looks like in my shirt. And again, I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. I'm making a baby blanket, if you guys see it right there. If you guys want to know how to crochet or how to make a baby blanket, just leave the comment down below. Pardon me. It's another symptom. Gas. So just if you want to know how to make that, just leave a comment down below. There will be another video coming up on how to get free stuff when you're pregnant, because there's a lot of free stuff out there. So thank you guys for watching again. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Leave any comments, suggestions, or what you guys want to see from me down below. Don't forget to ring or push the little bell down below to remind you guys of more videos. And don't forget to subscribe and check out more videos that I'm going to post. This one's right here. if I'm doing this right. This one was my last video, so please check that out if you guys have time. Okay, well, thank you guys, and thank you guys for watching. Have a good night. Bye.